Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today we are going to be playing with stencils, and I will talk a little bit about them, and we'll get into that a little bit. And what else? I could show you guys some stuff that we're going to do. So I got some things that I have printed out from my Cricut machine. Like I did this on a manila folder, and then I have some stuff that I've done on some stencils. Here I got birds and butterflies, so those will be fun to play with. And then these are just a couple words. I think it's just peace and hope, and I think it's just a couple words. Stenciling on is some bakery tissue paper, so it's pretty much just deli paper, and it comes in a form here that you can pull out each one at a time. It's really awesome. It's 1,000 sheets. I will have my Amazon link for this down in the description below, so you guys come check it out. But this is going to last me forever, and it's so much fun to stamp on and do some stenciling on, and then you have already made collage papers ready to go. So that's what we're going to work on today. So we got, and then I got some fun stencils here. These are my 6x6 ones, and they're great background stencils to play with, and I'll show you guys those. I think you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's one here, 8, 9. I think there's 10. There's 10 of them. I think I have one somewhere. I have to go find it. So you get 10 of them. And they're 6x6, and I have that in the description box below in the Amazon if you want to come check it out. Oh, here it is. It's stuck to the other one. So yeah, so 10 of them, so that's a pretty good deal. And then these are just some I've had just laying around for years. I got some words, some numbers and letters, some quotes, some alphabets, which will be fun. Just different kind of fonts. Okay, so I got those. And then these are great. You can get like at a hardware store or anything like that, and they're just cardboard, like a cardstock, and they got numbers and letters in them. So it's just, they're great for like, this is what people use to, you know, do their house number or something like that, and you can stencil them, but they're great to have to play with. And let's see, I don't know what else we could play with. You know, we can even put down some reinforcements on there and stencil those on, and then have those to glue down. Those would be fun. Oh, and I'll be using Mars Black. Let's see, I think I'll do some Mars Black, some gold. You want to make sure that you're going to use not any fluid, kind of, when you're doing stenciling. You want to do like the thicker acrylic paints, not like, you know, like these are a little more thin. And what they'll do is they'll run underneath your stencil and make them just all blurry, you know, all not looking crisp. So we'll get into that technique too a little bit more. So I'm using just like the heavier bodied, just acrylic paints here. And then I have a titanium white. I think I'll go grab that one too. But we can even do some crackle, would be fun. Maybe throw some crackle on there with our palette brush, our little palette knife. And let's see, probably even spritz some Rit dye, which is just, I've showed you guys this before, but it's just a fabric dye, and it's a liquid form, and you dilute it. And I think I have them down in my links down below if you want to come check them out in the Amazon links. But I mixed wine and black together in a spray bottle. But it works great on paper. It works great on all kinds of things. So I have that, which we might use. That, oh, and I think I want to try to use maybe some spackling. I do have the Distress Texture Paste, but this is way cheaper too, and it works great. It works great. But I do have both of these down in my Amazon links too, to check them out. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. And we'll just, I'm gonna go grab my white real quick and get set up. All right. So what I'm doing is there's a shiny side and then there's a matte side here. So I just do that side. The shiny side, it just is a little, it just won't adhere to it as good. I mean, it does great. It'll do fine. But I just like the rougher side here, the matte side to use. Okay, and then I got a stencil brush is what I'm going to be using. And let's just start here. So the thing is, like I said, with the thicker paints, and you want to make sure that you have yourself a flat area to do that. And then let's do a little black here. Maybe we'll start with white, the lighter color. So I just have the Liquitex. And then water is always good to have. Just a thing of water and then a paintbrush or just an extra in case you need it. Okay, so I'm taking this one, my stencil brush, and I'm gonna load it with color, right? So you load it up with color. Get it loaded. And then you're gonna wanna take it and pounce it off just a little bit on the side. Because you don't want gobs and gobs of paint on it or it's just gonna ooze underneath your stencil. So just pounce it off. Hold your stencil down. And then just tap. And cover as much as you need and much as you want. Just hold the stencil in place. Okay, so give it some good taps. So there we go. And I think that looks okay. So we got that technique. Okay, and you just cover the whole area. And then let's do some different kind of stuff here. So I want to take my spray. Just hold it where you want it. And then just do some spritzing. I'm getting it all over me. All over me. But that's the fun part, right? Okay, so you got like that. And then you can see you got some stuff happening. And then you can always stamp the other side. Take your other deli paper. So definitely spraying some, you know, alcohol inks or anything like that is fun to do. So there we go. So that's kind of a fun, just background thing that you can do and just have it lightly. So doing a little spritzing on it is a great thing to do. And I'm just gonna keep putting these to the side, probably down on the floor for now. And hopefully I won't step on them. So these are great just to, once they're all dry, we could take them and just rip off pieces that we want and glue them down onto a section of our collage or our junk journal or anything that you're working on. And it really blends right in. Dabbing it and then just kind of dab it on the side here. And then once it starts running out, and I'm noticing it's kind of running out, I just go over to the part here that I've dabbed off, and I just dab on that part again. So this is just, you know, kind of how I do things. So let's see. I think that turned out pretty fun. And then you can just go over here and put that down. Take your paper. And sometimes you get some runoff, which is nice. And then do some stamping on the other side. So there we go. So now I want to try something else with you guys. Let's just take a paintbrush. Nice have a dry paintbrush. And then let's just paint it on. Let's see how that turns out. I'm just getting it into the grooves. Okay. And then there you go. So you can see the difference. That one's just a little less, and then this one's a little bit more, and it kind of runs together, which isn't that bad. I mean, I don't mind mine not being perfect, you know, when I'm collaging and throwing them together and stuff, because usually they're background papers, so it's not like the focal point. But if you're doing like words or something that you want to be a focal point, then, see, that's kind of cool. Then I would suggest to do the stencil brush and just do the dab off technique and just do it like that. And I think it turns out pretty fun. So, but this is just a, you know, a faster way to do it. You can just get your paint on there. You can even get it a little bit wet, but just be careful. Don't get it super wet because you don't want it too runny. But you'll start getting the feel of it. You know, you'll try things and do a little bit more water, or, you know, a little more paint on it, or, you know, and go, oh, that was too much. Or you'll start getting the hand feel of it, you know, over how much to do and how heavy a hand to use, and all that good stuff. And it's practice. I mean, honestly, it is practice of just sitting and seeing, you know, what technique works for you, and how you want to do it, and the feel for it. But there we go. And see, and that's a little bit more right there, but that doesn't bother me. It's all art in the end. Let's see. Okay, let's see. And those are great, just background things to use, for sure. Okay, so there we go. I mean, these are fun. How easy just to pull them out of your little tissue box here and pop it down. Ooh, I like the wood grain one. This one's fun. I don't think it matters which way, but let's do a little gold. Throw in some gold. That's kind of fun with the shimmer in it. And I'm sure you could take your brayer too and do some of that and just maybe bray it on. Let's see how that works out. I'm just making sure I'm not getting a massive amount, because you get too much paint going on it, then it just oozes through. It's so much fun. Okay. Ooh, look at that. It's kind of fun with the gold shimmering. And then you can turn it and stamp it. That's even on the shiny side, and it came off. So that's cool. Didn't do too good, so maybe we'll do this. There we go. And I have a big metal bowl of water that I keep over onto the side here. Here, I could pull it out for you guys, but it's kind of stuck over here. And then I put my stencils in them, because I don't know, I don't like it when stencils have a bunch of paint built up on it. So I just pop them over there when I'm done with them and just let them sit, and then I just go wash them out after I'm all done. So that's just a little tip and trick for you guys. So there we go. I think that turns out really cool. Okay. What else do we got here? So I'm gonna go ahead and go in a time lapse, so I'm not taking forever to do these. And I'm gonna just go through and do a bunch of them and just do the background stuff and just do the stenciling the way I was showing you guys. Okay, so I think I'm done here. I got a huge pile of fun collage deli papers, and I wanted to show you guys some stuff. So the last one I did here, I think it turned out really cool, but it was a pain in the butt. So what I did is, it was from my Cricut machine, and it's the stencils. These are stickers, so they come off, you know, after the Cricut machine cuts them, and then it comes off, and they're really, really, really sticky. So I stuck them down, and they were really stuck. So I had to take my weeding tool, which has the sharp point on it, and pull them up, and they just kind of right here rip the paper a little bit on this one. But this paper is really durable, honestly, for how hard I had to pull to get those off. But don't recommend it. It's a pain in the butt, but they turn out beautiful. I mean, they really do. So when I had them down and I stenciled over, did the stencil brush over the top, I went ahead and stamped them. You can see I did just a stamp on top just to get some images. And I think that turned out pretty cool. Okay, so I got those. And then I want to show you guys, this is with the spackling. And I think that's really cool. And you can always paint over it, whatever color, or, you know, it's great to rip these out or use the whole thing and put it down on collage. It's perfect. And then just some stencils with the gold. So I'll go through and show you guys some of them here. I know you saw them in a fast motion, but the reinforcements turned out so cool. This was the stamping on top, and this one here was the one where I dabbed it here and did the imprint, and then stamped it here, and then did the imprint here, and then stamped it. It's so much fun. These are going to get so cool to use. We got those, and then I got the letters from these. I used all these, which are really inexpensive, and then I did some the reverse look to it here, which I think is going to be fun. Okay, so we got all that, and then we got, I did some stamping here with them, and then some letters. And these turned out really cool. So these are all going to be so much fun to use. So yeah, and I know that's backwards with the stamp, but you can always turn it this way, like that, and then glue it on. You could do that and it would look really cool. So time kind of ran out today to show you guys how to utilize these and work them into your collage. So my next video will definitely be me showing you guys how to use these to add them to your collages. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.